So this is another video about how to vibe code uh, using ChatGPT to help prompt you, and then trying out some various tools uh, to help vibe code it. So let's get into it. My workflow has been starting with ChatGPT, where I work on a problem together with it. So there's a lot of text here going back and forth. But I eventually settle on a project I want to work on or an app. So in this one, I had the idea for like a drip coaching app. And so it's just basically a next action per person app that's delivered via SMS. So I went back and forth with it, talked about the interfaces. There'll be an admin interface in a web and then a client interface through the only through SMS. And so it's like, what do you want the output to be for the client? And I said SMS, but if you were to wanted to rapidly iterate this and not get like a Twilio account for SMS, you could use Telegram or something. It's probably the easiest implementation, because with an email you have to have an email server. With the SMS you have to have an SMS server. So, but with Slack and Telegram, it's basically you just wire it up and it goes. Okay, so I told it SMS because I do actually want SMS. And then basically it's like, okay, I'm wanting to get the prompt. But basically this is like planning mode. So before I create the prompt, I'm in planning mode with ChatGPT. You know, not officially, not like Claude Code planning mode, but like I am planning with ChatGPT. All right, so reinforcing it. Okay, finally getting some refinement back and forth, and then I say, hey, let's scope this down. You know, the scope's too wide. Let's make it, just the use case of me helping my brother for a very single project. And then it starts to lay out, how it thinks architecturally it will work. Some JSON, some Python, and I think the Python is for parsing the data. JSON is the storage of the data. And then it suggests using Twilio for the SMS, and then a daily cron job to send the event, send the SMS. Okay. So here's what I'm actually asking for the prompt. I'll say, like, give me the prompt that I can give these systems, and I put it in a markdown file. So it creates this markdown file. I copy the code. Okay, so now that I have the markdown file, I save it in my project folder in Google Drive, just to save it. I actually went first over to Google AI Studio, and it made this, which is completely wrong. I don't know how it came to this conclusion based on that input, but that's just an example that these things can just make stuff that I would venture to guess if I gave it the exact same input today, it would give me a different result, because this makes no sense. But anyway, I just abandoned that, and I tried Claude in the web format. Sorry, I don't have it pulled up. Where is past chats? Well, oh my gosh, here it is. I think it might have been this one. No. It's this one. Yeah, so it ended up making something, and it gave me a zip file at the end, and it told me how to run it. But if this was Claude Code running on your computer would have just ran it, and it would have actually made the app. But Claude Code in the web, Claude in the web can't actually make the app like Google AI Studio can or Google Gemini can, which I'm going to show you in a second. So I ended up abandoning this thread. Kind of felt bad for it. It did all that work, and I'm not even going to use it. But Uh, but Google Gemini, so AI Studio is Google Gemini. It's just Google Gemini is generic, whereas, well, they're both generic in different ways. But basically, it's the same system underneath running Google AI Studio when it develops code and when Gemini creates code. It's just different interfaces. AI Studio is meant to be like, hey, don't worry about the tool, just let us build it. Gemini's, don't worry about the interface, just let us build it. Or maybe that's not the best analogy, but anyway. In this case, Gemini was able to build this app. So I gave it the prompt, and this is a web interface. So for this person, I want to initialize the AI coach. So as an admin user, I'm using this app in the web. And then it's simulating, why can't I zoom? Can I zoom out? I can't see the top. Oh my goodness. Can I, well, let me see if I can make this bigger. Close. Nope, that did not help. How do you get it back? How do you get it back after you close it? Oh my goodness. How do you get it back? Open. And what's this? Add Gemini features. Well, okay. You can't see the top, but it's basically prompting me with a question. It's asking me about what domain do I want to use. I want to use google.com. And then it writes back. It's okay. Oh, 3 possible domain names. Google.com. Let's see if I just. Okay, it's smart enough to know that I didn't give it 3, so let's give it 3 this time. Firebase.com, Google.com, GoDaddy.com. So then it stops for the day, and it shouldn't give you another prompt until tomorrow. But let's say I want to get my next one. Give me my next task. Let's just see what it says. Okay, it's not, it's failing. But that gives you an example of how you can go from prompt to like a working prototype, well, at least in the web. To connect it up to SMS or any other service would require future work, but that gives you an idea.